We'll talk about that afterwards. Welcome back to the NutBreak podcast. You're on episode 6. My name is Jaden.
I'm
Leo.
John.
No.
And I'm Terry. Welcome back, everybody.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, guys.
My name
Happy
is
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day.
God, yeah, you guys are
so funny.
You guys are a tough crowd to please. So, what does St. Patrick's Day really mean?
So I just searched this up. So Saint Patrick was this dude. He was a Christian missionary and bishop in Ireland. At the age of 16, he was kidnapped by the Irish raiders and he was taken as a slave. And then he escaped at some point, went home, and St. Patrick's Day is his death date, is the day he died.
What does that have to do with leprechauns and gold?
He returned to Ireland to convert the pagan Irish to
Is it just because
Christianity.
he's Irish? Is that why we have leprechauns?
I have no clue.
Hey, maybe the people in the comment section will tell us. Huh? How about that? Which is interesting because today we're going to go on Reddit to ask a bunch of people some questions too. Huh? That was a good segue, wasn't it?
Huh?
That was a good segue, wasn't it? So today's theme, as you can see, is going to be Reddit on Reddit, which is this is going to be the title of the theme, the title of the episode. What we're going to do is basically share some stories, discuss, have some fun with Reddit, because we haven't done that before, and it's been an episode that we've been wanting to make. So I guess I'll start by sharing a TIFU.
What does that stand for?
Today I f***ed up.
Oh, Jaden swore. He has
No.
to bleep that.
That's actually the only time I've swore for the last like 6 episodes. And we could put a counter there. Leo's on top, and then it's me. So this TIFU is time I f***ed up by slapping my girlfriend's mom's ass.
Oh no.
So me and my girlfriend and I have been dating for 6 months now, and today I went over to her house. I've been over multiple times, but I'm only allowed to go there when her parents aren't home, since they don't know about me. That's already a red herring off the bat, you know, when you go over to when you go over to someone's house without them knowing. So today my girlfriend called me around 9:30 p.m. and tells me that her parents aren't home and that I could go over. So me being the horny guy I was, I went over thinking we would have sex. When I got there, she was at the front door waiting for me. We went, kissed, and we did the business. So after sex, she told me she was going to take a shower and that I could get food from the kitchen. At first, I didn't know where the kitchen was. I didn't go to the kitchen since I wanted to finish a movie I was watching before she called me. As soon as I finished it, I went to the kitchen and I saw who I thought was my girlfriend looking for something in the fridge. Now, it's been around 20 minutes since you went to the shower, so I thought that she'd been out by now. So me thinking it's my girlfriend, I slap her ass really hard. And she did this high-pitched scream and turned around and saw me went running. When I saw her face, I froze. And as soon as she ran away from me, I think she was
Wait, that doesn't make sense. He said she saw him when she turned around. She only saw him running, but then he's saying that she had they saw each other.
The grammar in this is terrible. 16 years old. So I slapped her ass really hard. I got to start from that part. And then she did a high-pitched scream. She turned around, saw me, and then went running. That's what it meant. So she went running. When I saw her face, I froze. And as soon as she ran away from me, I think she went into her room. I quickly went to my girlfriend's room, got my stuff, and left. I'm in my room right now. I don't know what I should do. So my girlfriend calls me to ask me where I am. I told her what happened, and she said she'll try to explain to her mom that it was a mistake. After like 30 minutes of waiting, I get a call from her asking me to come over. She tells me that her mom isn't mad and just wants to meet me. So I agree to go over. When I get there, I nervously knock at the front door, and my girlfriend's mom opens it. She smiles at me and tells me to come in. She gets me a glass of soda and tells me that she forgives me. And this is the part that weirds me out, because she said this wasn't the first time it happened. I ask her, what do you mean this isn't the first time? And she goes on to explain how her son slapped her ass before, mistaking for his girlfriend. her son is 19 and she's 38, but she looks like she's in her early 20s, and her ass looks like her girlfriend's ass, which is so weird to put into that conversation. and then it gets really weird because then she forgives me and says, next time be more gentle, as a joke. This is some porno intro. And then it goes on to explain like the back details, how his girlfriend and him are 16. I thought
he's 16?
Yeah, they're both 16. So
she's
38. I thought that was a lot funnier when I first read it, and I can't get a laugh out of it.
So funny.
I mean, like Matthew, Leo, like
that's such a chill mom.
Like,
I can't imagine. Oh my, like. Oh no! Like I don't even know what to say.
How would you react to that situation, you think, if you actually accidentally slapped your girlfriend's mom's ass?
I think you just go home.
Like that guy?
Like that guy.
No, you don't go home. I think
you don't go home.
You have to stay there and be like, my bad, my apologies.
My bad, but you're nice.
What the fuck? Yo, Perry's.
That's just what Perry's into.
Ladies.
Perry doesn't actually mean that.
Of course not.
Disclaimer.
Respect.
We as a collective don't agree with Perry's point of view. NutBreak doesn't condone ass slapping of other parents' moms. Other
parents' moms.
Yeah, sorry.
What?
I'm having a stroke today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a stroke reading.
You say that in every episode.
Yeah. I need to up my reading game. I should have practiced reading before I came on.
We can do it as a collective.
Yeah.
Or I mean, you're about to do a whole lot of reading, so.
No, and then you guys, I was hoping that you guys would share some stories as well.
Alright, I got a TIFU Reddit post as well. So a week ago, I made a post on r/Tinder asking if it's ever okay to ghost someone. I did not follow anyone's advice, which has resulted in a threat to my life and a police investigation.
Jesus.
Back to the context. Is it ever okay to ghost someone? I had a second date with a woman who was a few years older than me and went over to her house for a dinner a week ago. She gave off some intense vibes when we met in person at my flat at the first date, but lockdown being lockdown, I was willing to give it a second shot.
Man was down bad.
So this guy already sees some red flags probably. Upon arriving to her house, we had drinks. Then she gave me a house tour. All is normal. However, the final room to be shown was a shrine for the Spice Girls. If you want to be my lover.
Man, that I did not. What? You can say like some weird like sex dungeon or something.
That's not too weird, right? Like in context of everything, a shrine to like.
Yeah, just a fan, you know. I'm sure some K-pop stands have shrines
posters.
BTS.
Oh,
I'm not throwing any shade. We love the K-pop stands here, but yeah, just shrines. You feel me?
Agree to disagree. They can get a little, you know.
The shrine was the second largest room in the house, so keep that in mind. Second largest room, dude. When you walk into the shrine, you were greeted with a musky scent reminiscent of an antique store. Chumley wouldn't have had to call in an expert for appraisal because the girl was the expert. Every relic was, without a doubt, authentic. This room was littered with mannequins dressed in apparel from various concerts from their rise to fame. So she's an OG. Items ranging from a scarf that Mel B had worn to an exclusive event to a pair of socks that Jerry threw into a crowd. None of it washed in over a decade to preserve.
That's disgusting.
At first, I thought the musky smell was because she was like, you know, doing like doing her thing. Like,
I know. That's
she's
what I
like
thought too.
really into it.
That's what I thought too.
By this point, I was 4 drinks in and absolutely bottled. I decided to stay for dinner. This proved to be the right move, so it seemed. She cooked an incredible meal, starting with scallops on a half shell, concluding with a steak cooked medium raw. At the end of the night, we hooked up. However, it's a Tinder date, and the second date no less, where I was inundated with the spice, and frankly, I was lucky to make it home the next day. I was not interested in ever seeing this person again. 2 days later, I posted on r/Tinder asking if it's ever okay to ghost someone. Some interesting discourse resulted in the overwhelming majority of Redditors saying to just message her, but I did not heed this advice. I ghosted this girl for 5 days, in part due to work and university, and also because she was a mentalist. She texted me, and as time waned on, the messages became more and more hostile, which furthered my position to ghost. So he ghosted her, but then she kept pressing on,
Started like threatening him.
sending some
Sounds
weird
like.
stuff.
Sorry, how old
You know
are the
what?
two people?
I'm assuming they're middle age,
Like
It isn't-
university, right?
Yeah.
And work? Okay.
but they live alone. So 2 days ago, someone rang my doorbell 6 times. I was in the middle of a ranked Apex Legends match, top 3 mode, so the visitor can wait. Once I found the spot for safety, I looked through the camera, and it appeared to be a delivery driver or someone I did not recognize, so I didn't buzz them in. A neighbor graciously let him up. By the way, if you guys live in apartments, I don't live in an apartment, but if you
Don't do that.
don't let people in.
Yeah, do not do
Yeah.
that.
A neighbor graciously let them up. A man then knocks on my door. I opened it and expected a mailman or a delivery driver to greet me with a kind smile and a parcel. Instead, I'm greeted by a deranged lunatic.
Oh,
And then
That's so scary.
I don't like where this
goes
story's
into
going.
dialogue.
That's so scary.
So then I'm going to speak in the voice of the guy who's knocking the door. Do you know who the fuck I am? You can't treat my daughter like this.
Oh my God! It's his father. It's her father.
I came here to stab you.
Oh my
Contact
God.
my daughter, or I will come back and stab you multiple times. I will wait outside your flat and stab you to death. When you are least expecting it, I will be waiting for you. And then this goes back to the point of view of the Redditor. I had my hand on the 9 iron by the door, but somehow managed to de-escalate the situation, knowing full well this was the quickest way back to the Apex match without her dad.
Priorities straight.
The boys, dude.
I returned to the Apex match with 2 furious squad mates and broke down what the hell just happened. I called the cops and they opened an investigation into it, collecting all kinds of information. They tell me to notify the girl that I have contacted the police to dissuade her father from coming back. Yesterday, officers came into my place for questioning. They pulled CCTV footage of this guy coming in and audio from my bell outside my door. My neighbor is acting as a witness because she heard the whole situation. He may be getting charged for trespassing and intent to harm. This girl then messaged me something incredibly foul yesterday. I have half a mind to respond, the sex wasn't even that good, but again, I prefer not to be stabbed. Please be safe out there. Some crazy fuckers on these apps have deleted them all and have taken a long hiatus. Edit. We also got 2nd place, but positive RP.
That's the most important part because he ranked up in the game.
And then there's a comment that I thought was really funny. If you don't want to be my lover, you're gonna be stabbed by dad.
That's so scary, though.
Doesn't that speak of like our generation? Like, it's just to be so focused on your Apex Legend game that you don't care about whether you die or not.
I mean, he cared.
Well, obviously, like he called the cost, but he went straight back into the game. Like he did not get threatened by a
Hey,
old
there's
man.
2 furious squad mates.
Yeah, 2 furious squad mates. So his boys were like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I don't
And
know.
he
Yeah,
did
why'd you go?
say
Why'd you
he-
leave, man?
He did say he de-escalated it. So, maybe it was like, okay, it was safe. The guy wasn't trying to like smash his door down or anything.
I'm pretty
mean,
shook. Is that
That
a way
guy's
to cope?
messed up, but
Is there a follow-up story to this, or is it like
There's
it's
no
just
follow-up
that?
story,
He's
but,
dead. He's straight up dead. I'm sorry. He's just dead.
Yeah, bro. I read that and I was like, huh.
Yeah,
I personally have not had any confrontations with not psychopaths, but like, those type of people where they just go overboard because of something. But yeah, I'm not. Actually, I was gonna say I haven't tried any dating apps.
You don't want to say that. You want to keep that. You want to keep that down low while you're.
All right, let's just get it.
Is like Alright, like whose fault is it in that situation? Like I'm not gonna put blame on anybody, but like I feel like the guy I've been saying but like a lot. I feel like the guy has a part in this, right? Like
Said the girl.
ghosting is never the answer, right? Like be mature about it, right? Like it was really weird.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why he didn't just. Yeah, he should have just said something like,
Yeah,
"Hey."
sorry, the sex was great, but the shrine was just weird as hell.
No, he said the sex wasn't that good.
Oh, sorry. The sex wasn't that great, and you got a weird shrine as well.
And then the dad will still come.
Yeah.
I think it's because he didn't give the girl any closure, right? Like she doesn't know what to expect because he just ghosted her. So, and maybe she was really into him. You feel me?
I think she was just kind of crazy. I don't think she's
Kind of
Then
crazy.
She went
Imagine
and told her
telling your
dad.
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're like, I don't know, you're really into the shrine, and they think it's weird, so you're like really protective of the shrine now.
But how does she know? He didn't say that.
Yeah, he didn't say
thought
it
it
was
was
weird.
weird.
Yeah,
kept
he
it
did.
to
He kept it to himself.
No,
she's a mentalist, right? Like,
You read his mind.
Then she should have felt it before he even came in.
The vibes. This is the second date, so
yeah, the first date was at his house, right? That's why he knew where he lived?
Oh.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Because if he did, if he didn't know where he lived, that's something impressive.
That is.
That's some insane
That's on a
stalking.
different level then.
That neighbor though.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah, I always
After
make
that,
sure.
you gotta move. I think.
I always make sure. Even like if I ever see anyone like coming like towards the building, like the door I'm at, I always like close the door. I'm like, I'm
For
not
sure.
holding the door for anyone. I'm like, as long as I can see like have the fob and like beep. I'm like,
No key, no entrance. Is what I said. Always be prepared, because Leo has probably heard this, but like, in all apartments they give a notice out that says like, oh, recently there's been a break and enter or something like that. So this stuff happens really commonly, I feel like, and people are just so nice and inclined to let people in. So don't do that.
I mean, there's a thing about the Canadians not locking the doors, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, how many people out there actually like leave their doors unlocked? I
Suburban
think that's
places.
a crazy thing.
I
mean,
think
yeah,
someone's
maybe if you go
crazy.
like further out there, but
Yeah, probably.
like at least
Even
okay,
if you're
yeah,
really
it's-
tight with your neighborhood.
Yeah, with your community.
Actually, to be honest, we're pretty lax here with our locks. I try not to be, but Lena is like she's just forgetful.
I don't think you should be
But-
saying that over the internet.
Gawk, gawk, gawk. Hey, Leo.
I mean, our door's always closed.
Like, let's just try it out.
No, don't come in here. My snake will
Hey, he
eat
has
you.
2 doors. You just gotta, get someone to open the door for you.
Is there anything that you guys are super passionate about that you would collect memorabilia and collect collectibles to have a shrine for it? Not a shrine, but I guess a little space.
Not to that extent.
No.
Is
Like,
that weird?
I
I
have
don't think so, personally.
figures,
Do an
but
addiction.
not to that extent.
That just means she really likes the Spice Girls. You feel me? She really idolizes them.
Yeah, but there's like a certain level of like fan and like obsession, like weird obsession, right?
Yeah. Once you start collecting their like personal goods, like man,
Like
you
hair.
knew that she
Wash
was
it.
beyond the regular fan.
Yo, but think about it. In the NBA, people give away their shooting sleeves, headbands, other, I guess, equipment, and do you think
Accessories.
people watch it?
I would sell it.
You could
Well,
probably.
that's
sell it,
besides
but
the
then-
point, right? That's besides
But
the
like
point.
she's different. She has
No.
more than one, right?
And she's choosing to keep it. She wouldn't sell it. Like for me, like if I got any of that stuff, I would just sell it right away.
No,
Yeah,
well,
but being
yeah.
as a fan though.
But then I'm asking, do you think those people watch it? Like, let's say you receive LeBron's
People
shooting
watch.
sleeve. You feel me? LeBron's headband. Are you finna watch it? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because you know the value of it. You feel me? Maybe your significant other.
Ew,
watches it,
Could
mom.
you imagine you walk up to her, you could still wring up the sweat?
Oh
No, it wouldn't be like that.
please.
It would
I'm
at least
not that
dry out.
sweaty.
Yeah, it would at least dry out.
I don't. That's just I'm like off. Like I understand where she can get that kind of enthusiasm for.
Yeah, I
But,
can
like, I think-
see it.
That's at the level too much, I think.
I think
Yeah.
Like, does she have
regular fan.
candles and like what kind of shrine? Like, I'm trying to imagine what the shrine looks like, right?
I imagine like the stereotypical
Probably
like
like posters.
I mean, when people say shrine, usually you worship a shrine. You know what I'm saying? So maybe shrine's not the best word in the reason the Reddit post. But I'm sure there's plenty of like when people have man caves.
Yeah.
Where it's like a TV, sports stuffs. I
Oh,
would
it's the
hope it's the
second
same.
biggest room in the house, right?
Yeah.
It's the whole room.
That's
All right.
whole room.
So here's where I draw the line, right? I'm okay with you being obsessed with something. You can have that shrine. Is what you do with that shrine that is gonna weird me out. Like if you just have that shrine there and you're like, oh yeah, this is a cool thing. But if you start praying and like, okay, praying is okay, you can pray. But like if you start offering like blood sacrifices or like you start kissing the pictures and like jerking off or something, I think that gets kind of weird.
Yeah,
it just crosses the threshold because I think when people really idolize someone, they almost want to be like them. You feel me?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where it gets weird.
Is that where you draw the line? Is like where they kind of like act and dress.
I think where you draw the line is where it starts to change your own lifestyle, where they're incorporated into your lifestyle. Where like, oh, once a day I have to kiss their poster for good luck.
I mean, you can take different things from people you idolize, right? So let's say Kobe's work ethic, for example. You could take his work ethic and apply it to your life, and that's going to be a positive impact. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But that's different than like
that's not
the shrine that we're talking about. That's a different kind of.
Saying because then Perry was saying how if you change your life to kind of do the same thing they're doing, then that's where it draws the line. So I just give a counter with the Kobe.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that happens all the time. Yeah.
All right, for any viewers, listeners out there who owns a shrine like this, number one, don't kill us.
Can I see it?
Yeah, okay. First of all, show us a picture. Second of all, don't get hostile with us, please. I don't want to die.
No, they don't have no reason to get hostile.
Jaden's scared from the story.
Are you kidding?
If you guys need his address, let me know.
Yeah, okay. Like, here's the thing, right? Like, if someone disses your shrine, just keep it to yourself. Like, you can love it, just don't get like super defensive about it, right? Like don't
about everything.
Don't threaten to kill somebody over your obsession. I feel like if someone,
I don't think it was because of the shrine though. It's because he ghosted her. You feel me?
Yeah.
The shrine has nothing to do with it. She just thought it was weird.
She doesn't know that he thinks it's weird.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take it outside of the point. Like if someone has a shrine and like someone starts
outside of the point,
because we're saying it's weird.
Yeah, because I'm thinking it's like it's kind of weird, but like if you have a really, say for example, I like working out, right? If someone disses me working out, I'm not gonna try to kill them. I think that gets the point of that. Again, I think it gets the point where it's kind of weird if you try to kill somebody over your obsessions. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Thank you for sharing with us your pictures of your shrines.
Yeah, I want to see.
Oh yes, send it to our Instagram. I'm personally interested. I want to see what it looks like, no matter what it is.
Just don't kill me. I'm cool with what you love. Just don't kill me.
Keep it online. Keep our distance.
Yeah, like going back to that story. I know we have a lot of more stories to go, but one more thing I want to bring up is like first date, 2 dates, right? Is it appropriate to go to someone's house right now in this circumstance? Or is it like better to, you know?
He said
COVID.
He said lockdown being locked down.
Oh yeah.
Like I have no idea about the ethics of first dates and second dates, but like, do you go to someone's house during lockdown on the second date, or like do you just go out to eat?
I mean, if someone's lonely, then I guess they need a partner.
I mean, he said
he was just horny.
In his perspective, he wanted to hook up. You feel me?
So it's just easier, quicker to just eat and.
She provided the meal, you know. You get like
both
and dessert is what you mean.
Yes.
That's good.
I mean, I don't know the rules and laws of hooking up, but I would imagine that's the easiest way, right? Going to someone's house.
You're right.
And if you're still living with your parents and you're trying to do it, it just becomes very complicated when you try to do the deed. You feel me?
Yeah, you might slap his mom's ass.
Yeah, you might slap him.
That's so funny.
Jeez.
Yo, speaking of first dates,
do you want
to hear a crazy story?
I do.
All right, so this one's titled TIFU. Losing my virginity to an old gremlin.
What?
Dude, are these all just like horn dog stories?
Yeah,
like people are just like
we-
horny.
This is our what's it called?
You're already trying to say, Lee. You might want to choose your birds very carefully here.
I think this one is almost directly related to Matthew's, so just have a listen.
It's a sequel.
Yeah, maybe it was a prequel. You'll find
Tapped
out.
again.
Oh, this is talking about the
Several years
first date.
ago-
Matthew's is the second date.
I just graduated from high school and I had no idea what to do with my life. All my friends had moved on with college careers and some even got married. I spent my days working at a shit job and coming home watching Netflix or playing games alone. I was lonely, more lonely than I had ever felt before. So I went to a bunch of meetups and other groups and volunteer activities I found online, none of which helped me make any friends, which gradually made me feel even worse. After almost a year of this, I couldn't stand it anymore, and I thought I would do anything for some company. Yes, even pay for it. One day, I found a website. There were people on it advertising themselves almost like a dating app, but they all included a time and a price. I was an idiot for not knowing what this meant. I saw a woman's profile and saw she did a GFE in brackets. Again, I didn't really understand what this meant at the time. And I thought it would be nice for someone to acknowledge my existence for once.
Wait, do you know what that stands for?
No, he's telling the story about it, like how the author doesn't know what it means.
Yeah, the guy doesn't know.
Oh.
And then another bracket. Also, admittingly, her photos made my balls tingle.
Yo, you don't have to add that part, dog. Like that's just super weird.
You know, but he wanted to.
Yeah, he knows.
All right, before we continue on, there's just one thing I want to add to that, like just to say, like kudos to that guy for like going to events and stuff. Like people are usually not so brave.
He's trying.
Out and stuff, going to his community and stuff.
If that's the only positive we can take out of, hell yeah, right? I don't know where the story's going, but it's kind of scary already.
Okay, so we messaged back and forth talking about an interest and whatever, and she gave me a quote, and I accepted. I was going to meet her at her place tomorrow. At this point, I was still some innocent idiot looking forward to spend some time and talking, watching some Netflix with another human being. The next day, I was nervous. Being anxious always makes me want to, so I made sure I did before leaving. While I was making my way to her place, I didn't even notice walking through one of the worst neighborhoods in the city. Didn't raise any flags or didn't care. After I got to her apartment and knocked on her door, this old lady opens up and I ask if blank name was here, and she just nods and gestures me inside her apartment. She points at the sofa and I just take a seat and she leaves the room. At this point, I was thinking she probably just some relative of the woman I was messaging and she probably just calling her over. I remember still being very nervous in meeting her and thinking about how I was going to give her the money discreetly because I didn't know she lived with family and didn't know her circumstances. My other thoughts were interrupted by the woman, the same old hag who just opened the door for me wearing nothing but her underwear. She grabs my crotch and says a number, the same number as the quote that I received. At this point, I had no fucking idea what was going on. I tried moving away from her and saying, "Where is blank?" But she didn't seem to understand at first, but afterwards she pointed at herself and said, "Me."
This is so scary. Like him not knowing and going there, that's so scary, bro. I feel so bad for him.
He didn't even want to have sex though, right?
Yeah.
He just wants to
That's
meet
what
some
I'm saying.
people.
I feel so bad
this
for
is the
him.
funny part.
Before any decision, bust a nut. Get that post nut
Yeah.
clarity, guys.
Wait, he's not done yet.
He's not done. We're not done here. He's thinking to himself, this is definitely not blank. I feel bad for saying this in order to describe this one, but I would say that if you take Danny DeVito and put a cheap wig on him and add a few warts on his face, you're about halfway there.
Halfway.
This was my first time being catfished, but it was clear that this was not even the same person I was messaging. I did not know what to do. This woman was still grabbing my crotch. Nobody but myself has ever touched the area before. The next thing I did was probably the biggest regret of my life. I gave her the money and let her. She did all sorts of things that I've only seen done in porn, and it was over pretty quickly, but I remember it taking forever. Also, these are the things I vaguely remember and try to forget. Number one, She smelled like pennies.
What
Iron.
the? Copper.
Yeah. Number
Old
2,
pennies.
That's right, yeah.
she left the room briefly and let out a loud fart.
Sorry, I don't know why I thought that was funny.
That's what Jaden laughed at. All throughout that, as she was leaving the room, she farted.
Yeah.
She just starts
She
laughing.
can't even believe it happened to himself, but she came back and continued like nothing has ever happened, as if she wasn't right outside the room. The third, the weirdest of all. She had a lot of empty milk cartons. They were tied together all over the room. Didn't know why, but I remember thinking about that before and during. Afterwards, end of story. I just put my clothes on and left. I really had no one to blame for this but myself. I was an idiot and could have just walked away, but I didn't.
I don't know how to digest that story, guys.
Yeah.
Yo,
I
real
feel so
talk.
bad for him.
Real talk.
Real talk.
The lady acted as if she's used to it. You feel me? So how many boys or even girls have fallen prey to her? You think? You feel me?
I don't think it's falling prey. I think that's a service she offers.
Hit the service number.
Because like, do you think she's able to make bank off of this?
No, isn't it like a scam? But I mean, but he did pay though.
Yeah, he paid her. I'm not sure he was scared in that situation. You feel me? If you are in that situation where you need to just be with someone, first, don't be afraid to reach out to your family first. You know what I'm saying? It's always nice to hang out with family.
I was kind of thinking, like, I feel bad for him that happened, because he's saying that like he didn't know, like that's not like what he was looking for and stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, he did lose his virginity. He did say she was.
But it's an old hag.
Leo,
no, but
Leo's proud.
Yo, but he was like, yo, I've never even seen, like, I've only seen it in like porns. You know, maybe she was like doing some crazy shit, and he's like, wow. You know,
but
maybe
that's
after.
not what he came for. You feel me?
Yeah,
I know, but you know, maybe he doesn't know, you know, what to expect. So
I hope he has brighter times in the future. We can look back on this story and laugh it off.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
I feel
bad for him.
I feel like he has a solid foundation. You know, he's got the idea of like going out and experiencing new things, to try new things, which is like the first step to everything. But maybe like, you know, you took the wrong direction and trying to basically like high prostitution at this point, right?
Well, you know,
escort. No, they had sex, so it's like it's pretty much prostitution.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go for it. I mean,
okay. So this isn't under like the TIFU, but it was just like a funny story that I found. It was just on Ask Reddit. So just like the funniest stories, the funniest real life story that you have, right? So this guy starts off with this. After having sex with the fourth girl of my young life, and yes, this is all about sex.
Of course, it's about sex. We can really tell our humor, guys. Really nice.
After I had sex with the fourth girl of my young life at the time, I decided to get an STD check. Not for any physical reasons, mostly for the emotional reassurance. Anyways, I called my neighbor across the street, who was 3 years older than me, basically my big brother, and I told him that I made an appointment to get checked, and I asked him what it entailed. He said it wasn't too bad. They did a sperm sample, swabbed his dick, checked his blood, etc., etc. So I felt pretty prepared going in there a few days later. On my way to the clinic, I was feeling pretty nervous to ejaculate in a cup, but I reassured myself that it was going to be fine. When I finally got there, an older lady... Wait, sorry. Have any of you guys had...
dick
like
swabbed?
No, well, yeah, like an STD check.
What is a dick swab? Is that when you like poke that into the hole?
I mean, I hope not. Oh, I feel so uncomfortable now. I should say that.
Oh
no. I'm gonna search it up, guys.
Okay, while you're I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Yep.
When I finally got there, an older lady called my name and handed me a clear cup and escorted me to the restroom and said, "Please go in here." I was picturing more of a comfortable room where I could do my private thing of choking my chicken, but I thought, the bathroom will suffice. I remember looking around for some pornographic material because my neighbor said that they provide you with some, but there was nothing. I remember thinking, what the fuck? this place just expects us to use our imagination? Disappointed. I said, oh well, not like I haven't used just my imagination before. So I began, yes, masturbating over the sink. Anyways, I remember amazingly rubbing one out pretty fast, almost too fast. So I thought that I'd wait in there an additional 10 minutes because I didn't want her to think that I was some type of freak. After waiting in there for what felt like an eternity, I finally handed my semen-filled cup back to the old lady nurse, who acted impatient and upset that it took so long. I began following her down the hallway. The woman set the cup on this desk table thingy, looked at it, and then picked it up again, and she jiggled the cup a little bit.
Oh.
She stopped. I held my breath as I looked at her face as I saw it turn from confusion to horror. She turns to me and goes, sir, we only need your urine. I will never forget the feeling that I had at that very moment. My face got red. I felt immediately hot. My legs felt weak. I just wanted to get the fuck out of here. There have been so many embarrassing moments in my life, but luckily I can think pretty quickly on my feet and I can dig my way out of most uncomfortable situations. As for this moment, there was no fucking shovel in sight for me to dig myself out of. Nothing to say, nothing to do. I just stood there terrified. I jizzed in my fucking urine sample cup, and now this poor elderly woman, who was probably months away from retirement, was now horrified and confused as she was gripping a hot cup of my potential babies. I'm guessing the clinic never trained her for situations like this. Even if she had made a joke to lighten the mood, it would have been better. It wouldn't have been better, sorry. It would have killed the tension in the room. Instead, she remained stoic. I felt awkward and scared. I felt like a monster. After going back to pee and a few tests later, I got the F out of there. After much reflection, though, I now think that she deserved it. Because honestly, yes, I did assume that she wanted a sperm sample, but the woman never specified what she wanted. Therefore, she assumed I knew too, and when both people are assuming, chances are that one of them is going to get a cup full of the other one's jizz. It's just the way it is. God, I still cringe just thinking about that day. Sometimes when I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I randomly think of that old woman's face as she realized that she's holding a cup filled with my hot semen soldiers, and I just bust out laughing and shake my head. Good times.
Do you think
that's so funny?
Do you think when sometimes he uses his imagination now, he thinks of the old lady?
I hope not. No. I hope not. She just pops up and he's like,
she's like, "This one's for you. This one's for you, nurse."
He just thinks of the cup
so
and
funny.
holding it.
Wow.
What a roller coaster,
right?
Before we get into like kind of our views, I want to say that the swab inside penis is an actual thing, but it's just a very small sterile Q-tip, so it's okay. I don't think it's that bad.
Okay, it's just whoosh.
Yeah, like the tip into the tip.
Like a corona test for the nose.
Yeah, it's just
old chimney sweepers.
Oh.
Say chimney sweepers.
So what made him think it was the? I'm sorry, I didn't catch the first part. Like, what did they want?
I think it's the neighbor's fault because he set up unrealistic, not expectations, but yeah, he expected something else. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he was saying when he got his test, he listed out the things that he had to do, and one of them included a semen sample. So when the kid got the cup from the nurse, she didn't say anything and just said go in there, so he just thought, semen sample time.
I think it's maybe the guy's fault. He didn't
was it
do
a
his
bathroom?
research properly?
It was a bathroom.
Sorry, Perry, my bad.
Yeah, he didn't go into it prepared,
I mean, he asked someone that already had it done.
Sorry.
He asked his neighbor that already had it done.
Wait, this dude had a jizz in the sink though.
Yeah.
Then the story said that the neighbor was like an older brother to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he probably just trusted it.
Can you guys imagine? Like, this dude really thought to bust a nut in the sink
rather than the toilet.
Yeah, like or anywhere else, like in the middle or something. He really thought, I'm just gonna right there on the got a little bit on the nozzle. Just gonna clean that off.
So can you imagine?
Wow, that sounds...
Let's say the test is actually busting a nut, and then you miss your cup. Do you just go outside and be like, I missed. Do you want to try again, or should I pick it up from the floor?
Bro, that's
I mean, that could be the same thing as if you piss. What if you have like a really short piss and you miss and you get it on the floor? Are you gonna go out there and ask them? No, they're gonna tell you, "Oh, wait till you have to do it again." They're not gonna tell you to could do that.
Some guy comes in, slurps it up, and
Why would you?
That's so gross. Why did you say that? That's
How could
actually
you
so
miss
gross.
though? Don't you just like
That's
So gross.
some janitor type dude comes in on all fours and just
Jaden, you guys know what that GTA meme? Who is it?
what? Did what?
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
you mean.
Here we go again.
Oh yeah.
That's CJ or something. I don't know what his name
Yeah.
is.
But yeah, just know if you ever do go get tested, which I think everyone should, you should know. But if you ever go, make sure you ask them what the sample is of,
What do you want?
If they just tell you, just go in there and be like, yo, yeah, you want my semen or my urine?
So we've been talking about funny things for a while now, so I thought we would switch up and go for a more thought-provoking topic on Reddit. So I'm gonna change my view, and then have you guys kind of have your take on it. So change my view is, do you guys think that hard work and never giving up works every time? Is the pinnacle of success? Is that the way to word it? Is there a better way to word it?
What's the actual post?
The actual post doesn't really have much to do with it.
So what's the hook of it?
So the work hard and don't give up message are damaging lies that imply poverty is most strongly related to lack of effort.
So then their point is that poverty is related to lack of effort.
Yeah. But I kind of want to take a spin on it and say that I kind of want to take a spin on it and say that, do you think that hard work works all the time? I don't know how else I can put it.
Can we start with yours then?
I think damn, you really put me on the spot here. I was gonna go.
That's okay. I got you, Jaden.
Go ahead, Perry. Go ahead, Perry.
I got you. I think there's a limit to how much hard work matters. We're like, oh, if you're busting your ass every day working, doesn't mean you're gonna become rich, correct?
Yeah.
One example.
I'm on his team. Sorry, I'm on his team. So
if you're playing basketball every goddamn day, does it mean you're gonna be a good player? No.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know about that example.
Even though hard work is all about math, there's limits where you can't actually reach.
Not about math. Sorry.
I'm saying hard work is math. You understand? If you put 2 hours every day, you're going to be good, for example. But there's, to that extent, it doesn't mean you're going to always reach success.
Wait, you're thinking of hard work as a quantity-based thing. You could be working hard.
Say hard work.
Sorry? You said hard work is math.
Is a way of math.
Wait, just let Matthew finish.
Wait, no, let both of them finish. I don't get either point.
I want to hear what you said. Say.
Paris is thinking of it as a time aspect, you know what I'm saying? So 2 hours of work. But maybe the work itself isn't as quality as another person who does 1 hour, but it's straight, just focused and precise work, you know what I'm saying? You could be dicking around for 2 hours and think of it as work because it's hard to you know what I'm saying? Because the work is generally hard. That's why people don't like to do it. You feel me? But then
so
actual
work
hard work,
qualitative?
Sorry?
Is hard work qualitative instead of quantitative then?
I think so. It's probably both, but the most impactful is when it's a good mix of both. You know what I'm saying? Because in Perry's saying 2 hours of math.
No, I never said. Okay, I never. So it's 2 hours of hard work, like your qualitative work. So if I do 2 hours of that and you only do half an hour every day, then I'm obviously supposedly should be better than you, correct? Mm-hmm. If we do the same effort.
Yeah.
So that's my point of view. That it's at a point where it's quantity if everyone does the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that just means you're working harder than me though.
No. At the same quality, that's where quantity matters.
But
yeah, so you're working harder than me because you're putting in more hours than I am. You feel me?
Yeah, we're doing the same quality of work, so that means I'm better, or I should be better because I do the same amount of work but more.
Yeah, I agree with you because because in that case you're working harder.
Yeah,
but I'm saying in a further extent, that you're still limited despite you putting as many hours that you put in. Like there's limits to how much you can actually be good.
I think I want to.
Are we both on the same level?
Yeah, we're on the same level.
We are?
All right, can I add to that? I just want to add to
Yes.
that.
Go ahead.
Let's say in a theoretical position, right? Everybody is on the same level beginning, and everybody has the same quality of work, right? Say Matthew and Perry are trying to get better at basketball, and they start from ground zero. And the way they train and how they absorb the training is the same. But Perry does it for 2 hours, and Matthew does it for 30. I still don't think that even though Perry did it for 2 hours, he can be better. He might be better because there's a lot of other aspects, such as talent, into this matter. If everybody worked hard, if everybody truly worked hard, then there would be no failures in the world, right? Failures, I say that in quotation marks, but there would be no number ones. We all would be number one if we worked the same way. But the fact is that there's a lot more contributing to how you get good aside from hard work, talent, luck, right? Those are two of the biggest factors that contribute to how good you are in the thing. So hard work itself does not equal better.
But when you're not fortunate or blessed with talent or luck, you're forced to only work hard to get somewhere. You feel me?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that that's why they won't ever win. Because the people that have the talent and have the luck that work just as hard as them, or even less, will always win over them.
But then the people who have talent and luck, they're not going to be working as hard as those without, because they're never going to be in that position where they are only forced to work hard because they can rely on their talent, on their luck. You feel me?
They can work as just.
Yeah, so that's why you don't need hard work.
Well, I don't think that. I don't think that's the correct way to put it, Barry.
I mean, if you put in that situation, the gifted will always be better than the hard workers.
I feel like you guys are looking at a certain like goal, you know? Yes, you can be rich and stuff like that. I think it doesn't matter what part you're at in life. You can be working at McDonald's, you can be Elon Musk or whatever. If you're putting in that hard work, like it's still gonna get you somewhere. Right? Like your quote was hard work won't always work for everyone, right?
Work all the time.
Yeah, it won't always work all the time.
Yeah. What's your reason for not working hard?
For it not working?
What's your reason for not working hard for that time?
No. I think we're on a different.
I think you misunderstood the quote.
I think we're no. Hard work doesn't work all the time.
Yes.
You can work hard all the time and it still won't work sometimes, is what I'm saying. It's not about how much hard work I put in. It's about if I put in 100% of hard work, it can get nowhere. Like if I practice every single day to paint, I could still in 10 years get nowhere. And I guess in your defense, the subjectivity of the goal is what makes it so. Like, how good am I trying to get?
Yeah.
Like, where am I trying to get? And yeah, but I think in this term, in easier terms, we're trying to get to the top to make argument's sake easier, right? Trying to get to the top. What does the top mean, right? I don't know. But there's a threshold. At that point,
you can't all be number one. You
yeah.
have to have that working class. There has to be a working class.
Of course. But like the threshold of famous and non-famous for a painter is that top I'm talking about.
Is that attainable just through hard work?
Yeah, I don't think it is. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you can get famous on hard work alone.
Is it really because of the talents and luck factor?
No, but like it's a mixture of all three, right? Like if you wanted to be like, yeah, I'm just putting as painting because that's the threshold of famous or not famous. And unless I had that talent to be a painter or I had that luck to be picked up by someone who enjoys my painting, that hard work is never going to be found, right?
It's definitely, yeah.
Fuck, we're out of time again.
It's definitely, I agree with you with the luck thing. Yeah. You could there are like singers out there. You can find them like online and stuff like that. They're amazing and all this, right? But then it's the luck of being like found. So
Damn, it's a 3 against 1 now.
I don't know. I'm still on my point. I think if you bust your ass enough, you're gonna find a way.
You think talent?
I think there's always limitations.
You think hard work over talent? If hard work, wait, what is that quote? If talent doesn't work hard, then hard work beats talent.
It's like
what's that quote?
If talent fails to work hard, then working hard will beat talent.
Work hard will be your talent.
Work hard and talent quote.
What was the there wasn't there an anime that had something to do with this?
No, it's Michael Jordan or something.
No, there was also
hard work. It's Tim. It's a basketball coach. Tim Noki.
Okay.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Fails to work hard. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you're not just like obviously for the people with talent, you are working hard to some degree, right?
Mm.
Just not as hard as the people that only work hard are.
No,
because like it catches up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I have that threat, yeah.
I still think busting your ass and making your own way. Sorry, if you can't find a way, then making your own way still can get you to the same level, if not even more.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's easier said than done, you know?
It is easier said than done,
yeah.
But that's because they lack the talents and the luck, you feel me?
Wait.
Sorry.
Wait, isn't that what our point is? Is that you can't get famous because you don't have that landing tuck? Oh, no. Talent and luck?
No, yeah, it's harder for them, but it's still attainable. That's what I'm saying. Even if, because you bust your ass.
Do you have any examples?
I mean, everyone at the top will say, I didn't come here just from talent and luck alone. Because if you go to the top just from luck and talent alone, I'm sure you can, but you can't sustain that spot.
Yeah, but that's not the argument.
Retain that spot.
The argument is that hard work alone isn't enough. It's a mixture of all three. Or it's okay. I guess our point. Okay, for argument's sake, I guess it's more luck and talent than it is hard work. Yeah, okay, we can argue it that way, for the sake of argument between us and your standpoint.
More luck and
yeah,
talent than hard work.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, can't really change each other's minds, I don't think. On this.
If
matter.
we had more time, we could.
No, there's no way. No, he's stuck on his point.
I am stuck on my point.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna say I'm stuck on my point, but it's not gonna be easy to sway me from my point. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay, I mean, right?
Yeah, okay. I just think if you bust your ass, then stuff will start working for you, and if not, make things work for you. It is easier said than done, but I believe personally that.
No, I agree with you. I'm not saying it's not possible.
I agree. I agree too. I agree that hard work is needed, but however, to reach the top, you need some luck and talent.
Mm-hmm. So to those without luck and talent, then Perry, would you say it's futile for them to even try?
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
No, because you're gonna try, but you won't reach the top. But you'll be better than the average person.
But if your goal is to be at the top, is it futile for them to try because
you don't really know if you have that luck or that talent for it.
Well, how does anyone know? You know what I'm saying?
You just there at the top.
You just know that you're born and you're like, wow, I'm good at this.
And then expect yourself to be at the top. You have to bust your ass.
Yeah. That's why when you make it to the top, it is just a mixture of all three. It's not just hard work.
But I thought we were talking about getting to the top, not make. Sorry, yeah.
No, when you arrive to the top, right? And you can see yourself, yeah, I've worked hard, but it's also because of this and that. I didn't make it up here because I had no talent or because I had no luck. I did it on hard work alone. No, I made it up here, yes, because of hard work, but also because of these.
But like, look at it this way: you're gonna be doing your hard work. Like, let's say you're creating art, right? You're creating art, you're putting it out there, you're pushing it as hard as you can, blah 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 blah. There's gonna be that one person that randomly finds your painting, and it's like, wow, this is amazing, and it blows up like that. That's how it happens. Like a lot of the times, right? Like you're pushing it, you're working hard. I'm not telling you you're not working hard. I'm always gonna be working hard. Me busting my ass, right? But it's still that luck aspect that gets you to the next level.
Okay, so you're saying luck is the trigger.
Let's
what
put
Michael
it in.
Jordan
I think art relies more on luck than talent and hard work. So let's put this into another context, like a basketball NBA draft pick. I think that's more reliant on hard work. Right?
That's like 80% genetics then.
Oh, okay, that's talent then. Okay.
No, that's not talent though.
Genetics is talent.
Okay, so if you're like 5'5" and you play like 12 hours a day, you're never gonna make it to the NBA. You know, that's just how the sport works. You know, that's unfortunate.
If you look at Kobe, he didn't make his high school team.
Okay, but he's also like,
but then he busted his ass and he in the NBA.
I think
it was Michael Jordan. He didn't make his grade 8 basketball team, or as a freshman.
Oh, Leo's a fake.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't actually follow basketball.
Grew crazy.
We're posers.
Yeah. I mean, I never said I follow basketball.
We gotta take this part out because we're all acting like posers now.
No, actually, Michael Jordan said because he played basketball with his older brother. He said that if his older brother was same as him, 6'6", then Michael Jordan would not be known as the GOAT or Michael Jordan. He'd be known as Larry Jordan's brother.
Yeah, I heard that too. I saw that too. I think with that, we've got a very good point to end it off. Viewers and listeners, if you have your opinions on hard work, talent, and luck, put your opinions in the comment section below, and we'll argue with you. Matthew will argue with you.
Whoever gets to the comments first.
Yeah.
Guess who it is.
It's gonna be either one of us. But thank you for listening, and thank you for listening, watching, and viewing the NutBreak podcast. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We've got more for you. Thank you, and goodbye.
Bye.